Hello everybody, this is MMSMR, and today I just wanted to show you one of my bigger sculptural pieces. I previously uploaded a video of my art that was created using collage pieces that were made out of scrap from my students from art classes that I taught at libraries, and that video got a really good response. So today I just wanted to show you some of my more mature work. So this is a sculpture that represents the four seasons. It is called Alliance, the Four Seasons. It's definitely crazy and abstract, but it is, really complex. And I thought that because it has some nice colors, we could go over them a little bit with a pointer. As you can guess from the name, Alliance, the Four Seasons, this piece represents the four seasons. This is spring, this is summer, this is fall, and this is winter. And it is on a Lazy Susan, so this is a piece of wood. The big structures in the center here are created with one type of clay. These little pieces are made with another type of clay called polymer clay. And then we have some canvas sticking out of the piece. Now, one thing that you might wonder when you look at this is, if this is spring and this is summer, why are the top pieces, why are the headdress as elements different colors? And that's because when this is showing in galleries, the ideal way to show this is to put it on an island shelf, which is basically a shelf that sits in the middle of the floor, and people can come and view the piece from 360 degrees. However, not all galleries have the room to do that. A lot of galleries end up having to put this on a shelf that faces a wall. Like, for example, this is a wall, this is a door. So one part of the piece is always hidden. Now, when you look at this piece, I really wanted people to be able to see the four seasons no matter what angle they viewed it from. So, as you can see, this is spring, this is summer. In the background peeking out is winter. In the background peeking out here is fall. So then up here, I wanted to put fall, because fall or autumn is the opposite of spring, and winter is the opposite of summer. And it also is a very nice balanced visual, because if you look here, you see the winter, and then look down here, there's winter. Look over here, here's fall. Look over here, here's fall. So it just leads to a nice balance. So I'm just going to zoom in and I'm going to show you this. I'm sorry that this video is a little dizzying. I am holding my camera by hand because this piece is very large. It's really too large for me to mount my camera on a tripod. This piece is like 20 inches around and about 16 inches high. So it's not, it's about maybe 10 pounds. So it's one of my bigger ones. So anyway, to begin with, let's look at these swirls. So these are the swirls that represent autumn. These are the swirls that represent winter. These were all done using polymer clay. And we have red and orange and brown and a little bit of gold, and they're all just swirl patterns. And over here we have white and light blue and dark blue and silver, and they all represent winter. So now let's begin with the spring element here. So when you look at spring, you have first this big sculptural formation, and it has circles. And if you look, you can look straight through it and see little hints of winter, or you see more spring over here. And breaking forth from all of breaking forth from this form and from the base are all these crazy little figurines. So it starts from the top here, and we have these crazy figurines in pink and green and purple. And the figure is also painted. Like, you have this vine here, you have the circle element, and everything's painted with dark green and light green and pink and light, like an icy light purple, to represent the colors of spring and the flowers being born from it. Come down here, we just have a lot of shapes that are very circular, and a lot of them are a lot of swirl-like, and many of them mix two colors, like purple and green, or pink and purple. Here's a big pink and green swirl with a purple element. And then even hanging from the bottom of the base here, do you see the really complicated elements of like pink and And we have them all along the base here. You see just like crazy swirl patterns. They almost look like Dr. Seuss. It's like a crazy alien world and an alien landscape. And we have so many different, look at this one. See the way this comes upward? We have this one. We have another little piece hanging from the base. And here's another piece hiding. Kind of peering, spying in on winter. Oh, and even though this is the winter part, you can see it straight through. So there is the spring part. And again, it's not supposed to make any sense at all. It's just supposed to be like crazy flowers. It represents the abstractedness of nature. And the reason that you can peer in and see the other seasons is that this entire piece is about the relationship that the seasons have to one another. How they are different, but how they're also indefinitely linked. Then up here we have some yellow and orange and pink. This is the summer section. And as you can see, it's very bright. And if you look through this little keyhole here, you see fall. And we have a lot of shine to some of the paint here. If you look in, you see some spring elements. And then here we have some very complicated, crazy shapes. I can't even describe these shapes, although I think this one here looks a little bit like it's pregnant. You see, it looks like a lady with like really crazily designed blonde hair looking down at her belly. She's pregnant. So that piece reminds me of pregnancy. I don't know why, it just does. And then this one here again could be another pregnant lady. Then this one here, it's like two figures holding hands. None of it makes any sense. But if you're looking at it and it makes you smile, it makes you happy, and it's done its job. All my work is just supposed to be joyful. And we have this little piece, and this little polymer piece is nestled in one of the grooves from the regular, the stronger white, I forget what they call it, like the earth clay. This is earth clay, this is polymer clay. So there's a little groove created with the earth clay that this little polymer piece is sitting on. I found, and this one, the same thing. See the way it's got a little nest? I found little nesting sites for some of these pieces. As you can see down here, we have more swirls. Look at this one, the pink and the yellow and the orange, so beautiful. And then on the inside here, we have more pieces that are just hanging upside down like bats. And they're also yellow and orange and pink and very bright. And I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but there's two shades of yellow. There's a mellow yellow and a dark yellow. And look at this piece. It looks like a water park almost in the middle of the whole thing. It's like an alien desert landscape. Here's another little piece that found a nest to sit on. This is a little swirl piece that sticks upward. Here is a very complicated piece that hangs down, and it has orange and yellow swirls, and pink and yellow swirls, and orange and yellow. There's more up here. And then here's a tiny little piece that's kind of peeking in and spying at fall. And then we have another yellow and orange and pink piece that's more complicated here. This is another one that found a little site to nest in. And if you peek in, you see winter. And when you peek up here, you see fall. And then this is one final summer piece that's kind of sticking out on the canvas part. A little dot here. And if you peek in this keyhole, you see a little bit of fall, or what am I saying, spring, in the background. So that is the summer section. And then from this bright, colorful summer section, we move into fall. So now when we turn this around to fall and winter section, I will start again by just pointing out the spring and the summer tops, which are also done with polymer clay, a lot of swirls, and we have purple, green, and light pink, or medium pink, Barbie pink, I guess, representing spring. And then over here in summer, we have orange and yellow and a hot pink, representing summer. But if you go down here, now we are over by fall. And fall is represented by browns and golds and burnt oranges and a nice deep red. So on the section here, we have some polymer pieces that are swirls, and they're just stuck to this piece here that's like a flowing, cascading kind of ocean of brown, river of brown and gold. And if you peek in, you see spring and winter. And over here, we found a little piece that's red and orange and brown. It's got a little nesting site here. And then this piece here is a circular piece. On this side, it's red and yellow. It's actually more of like a golden yellow in real life. And that represents the fall. And this piece is painted with orange and brown and gold and some purple. This here is actually a dark plum purple. As we look in, I think we look in and spy on winter again. But if we look down here, oh dear, look at that. Cat hair. It's a problem in my house. But anyway, here we have orange and brown and gold and all these swirled patterns. And you see the same swirled patterns up here. And more down here. And oh, look at how complicated this one is. This is orange and brown. This is like a golden brown, dark brown. We have this red. And then there's a little tiny piece standing guard in front of this bigger one. So that's the beginning of the fall piece. And then if we come down here, you see the way the fall is painted with the gold and the purples. And then from the ground come all of these elements, and we have red and gold and orange and brown. Over here we have more. Look at this one, how swirled this one is. And then down here we have more swirled reds and browns and orange. And this is a piece that is hanging, sorry guys, this is a piece that's hanging upside down like a bat. And it's just a circle, it's like a swirled brown and red mix with some orange. And there's another piece here that's hanging down like a bat. It's a very thick, deep red piece with swirls, and then brown and orange swirls, or brown and yellow, golden swirls sitting on top of it. I love the way that this piece came out. This little circular piece is brown and orange and red and a little bit of a gold mix, and I think that came out so cool. And the same thing here, you see this gold here and here? That shiny gold is actually the clay. The clay comes in that color, which is awesome. The polymer clay I didn't have to paint, it comes in the colors that it's in. This, however, came in just gray, so I had to paint this whole thing. And then here's another little piece that found a nesting spot. It's a brown and a gold swirl. It has a halo that's red and orange, and it's found a nesting spot here, this little piece. And this one up here is another one that has found a little nesting spot. And it looks like this little winter piece has come over to its territory. It's kind of a little interloper, but it looks like they're having a conversation, so that's okay. And it is a swirl, and then this gold line, and then it's got like this red seat. Come up this way to see the vine. And then over here we have just some bigger pieces that are gonna just swirls and red and orange and brown. And the same thing over here. Red, orange, brown, and lots of gold. So that is the fall section. So finally, we come to the winter section. Now I have to be honest with you, a lot of people consider winter their least favorite season, but the winter section of this is my favorite part of the sculpture. Maybe just because I love blue. I love all colors, but I don't know, blue is kind of special, especially because there's so many different shades of blue. Just to start with this section, I just want to first and foremost point out, the way that this piece looks. So this is a very, very complicated piece. This piece basically presides over the fall section. It's kind of spying on fall, and there's another tiny little piece down here. Can you see it? That does the same thing, kind of spies. But this one here is just so complicated. It's like really, it's like done with polymer clay that is silver, white, dark blue, light blue, and this deep, rich purple. And it just looks really, really cool stuck there. And then we just have this very, this like white pearlescent dot. And then we have, sorry for the noise, that's one of my neighbors coming home. Then we have over here white and purple and light blue. You see this little piece here? That's like its comrade. And then that leads into the winter section. So see on the fall section, we have the red and the orange. While in the winter section, this circular piece is blue. It's got a little silver streak, like a little silver icicle. And then coming down here, we have this little keyhole, and you can look in and see fall. And if you look in here, you can see spring and summer. And then if you look over here, you can see more spring. You can spy on more spring in there. But if you look in here, we have some other little pieces hiding in the, one second, come on camera, focus. Hiding in the little cave of winter. We have this piece here that is purple and white and light blue and a little bit of silver. We have this piece here which is dark blue, light blue, purple, and white, and a little tiny bit of silver. It's found a little nesting spot right there in the cave. We have this little swirl piece that's found a nesting spot on the wall, as have this white and silver piece, and this white, silver, and light blue piece, which found a proper little nest in here. The same thing up here. This is white and light blue. And if you look over here, we have like this cascading waterfall. This looks blue on camera, but in real life it's actually dark purple. And then we have this other element that's silver and white and light blue. We have light blue. And then this is kind of on camera. This looks very, very gray. In real life, it's a mix between silver and very light blue. And then, oh, here we go. Here's the little interloper. This guy sits at the corner of the winter wonderland, and he's kind of creeping into fall. Perhaps he finds it too cold over here, and he's talking to his friend here. And then, of course, we have all of these pieces sitting on canvas. So we have this one that almost looks like a queen in a chess piece. This looks like the queen of winter wonderland, very dressed up with fancy shawl and clothing and hairstyle. I guess this could be like an old king in the background, in very rich clothes, holding on to all of his riches. That could be the head. Could just be a crazy shape, doesn't have to be necessarily anything. This is just two swirls that I put together and then accented with solid white and light blue. And this is another piece that's circular and swirled, and it's got this purple and white accent. And then we just have lots of just white pearlescent circles which they put throughout the piece. Let me back up a bit. Now, if you look at the base here, we have some very complicated swirls. This is all silver and white and blue and light blue. And see the way they're just nestled in there? This is a piece that is a mix of purple and light blue and dark blue and white. Then we have silver. This piece here is silver and blue and purple. This is a piece that's, again, swirls of all light blue and dark blue and white that's hanging off the canvas. Do you see how cool this looks? See the swirls? And look at this little piece. It almost looks like an explosion. It's like a parent holding an unruly child. See? And then this is white and purple. And this one here could be another fine lady all dressed up in a coat with buttons, heading out on a winter day. Oh, and then we have another little piece hiding here that I think I already showed you. And there we go. So that's the winter section. So again, here we have all 4 seasons. We have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And you can peek in and out of the scenes. You can just peek in and out of the sculpture to see different scenes, no matter what way you perceive and look at this. One thing about my work is every way that you turn it, you see something different and you perceive something different in it. And that's one of the things that makes it a lot of fun. I love working with Lazy Susans for that reason. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it is definitely not traditional ASMR. I know this is not what a lot of people consider art because it's just so insane and abstract. But if it made you smile, if it shocked you, if it gave you something to look at and think about, or just something to remember, like, oh my goodness, what the heck was that? Then I think it's done its job, because that's all my work is supposed to do. It's just supposed to make you stop, look, and smile. And if it did that, then well done. So thank you for watching. I will be back with some more traditional ASMR colored eye exams soon. But because you guys really seem to enjoy looking at the art that I did based on the scraps from the kids' classes, I thought I would show you this as well. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good night. Bye.